today we're going to talk about what is ADHD. So, one of the main things with ADHD is an interest based system. So, our brain will work on interest and what is important. So, only things that have a novelty or a challenge or urgency will get through and get our brain firing the things it needs to start doing stuff, such as I have 3 days left to get this essay submitted, or someone's coming over, I have to clean the house, or just like playing a game and you have to do something in the game because you want to be a little bit better. It makes it way easier than just looking, instead of doing an essay you don't want to do, talking about some dead poet from like 200 years ago. So that's a big thing with ADHD. It's more interest based than more anything. The second thing would be we're pretty much just a dopamine junkie. As our baseline dopamine is way lower than a neurotypical, as talked about in the last video. So it means our baselines are a lot lower than a neurotypical. Like we might have this much dopamine compared to like a normal person being up here. So a lot of substances can be abused in many ways because it's just our brain is so low dopamine is trying to find the dopamine needed to get to that baseline level. And it means alcohol, weed, a lot of stimulants like caffeine and all as well would be probably very common to a lot of ADHD people, as it helps them get their baseline up compared to the average people having a much higher one than us. And it means we might rely on those substances to get through the boring tasks, as the first point is about. It might help us get through those boring tasks that we just don't want to do and our brain can't do it because it's such a low dopamine level. But on the flip side, there's a hyper focus to it, which is my third point. So when we have a deep interest in something, it becomes very easy to get time blindness to it. So if it's playing a game you like, if it's learning guitar for me, if it's a song I like or something I'm trying to work on, we will just be able to focus until we have that one thing down that we need to do. So if it's getting the song down, if it's playing a game, if it's going for exercise, or if it's anything really that you enjoy, the hyper focus will be there to do it. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. While it can be bad, it also has some positives, such as the hyper focus, which also some negatives too. We might forget to eat and drink and even go to sleep sometimes when we're too hyper focused, as our brain is just way too active. As I finally found the motivation or power to do something instead of just sitting there and wondering what to do, as it might be hard to do that with ADHD. And then executive function. Forgive me if I pronounced that word wrong. I'm dyslexic. Knowing how to start a task, but being unable to do it. Like I could say it's like cleaning my room or anything. Like, okay, I know how to do it. I know what I need to do, but there is just a part of my brain that lacks the start key, in a sense. Like I can put my key in the caravan engine, but my brain doesn't know to turn the key on and get the ignition going. It just completely jumps over that step and it struggles to find that, and that's very common with ADHD. So that's because we see things in the big picture and not just the small things, and we forget about those. Like cleaning a room, you picture the clean room and what it is, but your brain has that lacking ability to realize, oh yeah, this is what I need to do to make it look like this. And that's the hard part with ADHD, is just learning how to deal with that, as a lot of the time that's just the hard part. And there is a lot of medication out there for it, but for me, I wouldn't want that, because I would like to do it myself, as I feel like, yeah, I'd struggle now with it, but once I learn to master it, I won't need anything else to help me survive, which I feel like is also an important thing to realize as well. As if you need it, it's fine, just do what you need. But for someone like me, I don't mind. I like a bit of struggle, as I feel like that makes it easier to learn. As there's no point on doing something easy, even with guitar. Like there's no point of me just doing the same 4-chord songs. I was always pushing myself to do the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. That challenge can also push us in a sense. And that's also another thing with ADHD. And it's just more of that, really. It's just what gives us a challenge can get us going, as well as urgency or novelty, as I said in the first point. And when we don't have that, it's very hard to do things. And that's more or less the main things of ADHD. So with that, I want to thank you all for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, as that will help. And thank you very much again for your time. Thank you.